Hello, good day to everyone. So this time we're going to have another operations on integers, and that will be multiplication and division. So just a recall, last time I already uploaded a video about addition and subtraction of integers, and I hope everyone has learned a lot from that video. Now this time, please stay tuned because I am going to teach you how to find the product and quotient of integers. Enjoy watching! Okay, so we are going to have some important notes that you need to be reminded of as we go on with multiplication of integers. Okay, so back when you were in elementary, you were used to this symbol. So like say for example, 3 times 2 is equal to blank. So ang symbol na ginagamit ninyo at saka madalas ninyo makita ay etong x na to, okay? When you were in elementary. And we read this as 3 times 2. And you know pretty well that the answer to this is 6. Now that you are already high school, you are already a junior high school student, um, hindi na kayo makakakita ng ganitong symbol, okay? Hindi na kayo makakakita ng X na yan. Ano ang makikita ninyo? So, ang makikita ninyo ay, you see this symbol, parang solid dot. That solid dot ay nagpapahiwatig ng meron din kayong 3 times 2. So, writing numbers like this is just the same as this. So, si 3 times 2 na solid dot ang ginamit natin ay ang magiging sagot ay 6 pa rin. So, parehas lang sila ng ipinapahiwatig. Okay? Also, aside from solid dot, may makikita rin kayong symbol na ganito. Okay? Like this one. That. Alright? So, kapag may nakita kayong dalawang parenthesis na magkatabi, pinapahiwatig niya sa inyo na meron din kayong multiplication. You are asked to find the product. So, like say for example, if I have 3 and 2. So, yung 3 dito, nakakulong siya sa parenthesis and likewise, yung 2 natin ay nakakulong din siya sa parenthesis. And writing numbers this way also tells us that we have a product. So, this means we have 3 times 2. Okay? Now, there are times also na minsan, hindi lang dalawang parenthesis. Hindi dalawang parenthesis. Minsan, ganito ang binibigay sa atin. 3 times 2. So, this also tells us that you are asked to find the product. So, ibig sabihin nito, kahit isa lang ang parenthesis nito, okay, eto lang to, kunwari, ang may parenthesis, this also tells us that we have 3 times 2. So, they are all the same. If you have here, if you are using a multiplication symbol X, or if you see a multiplication symbol solid dot, or if you see a multiplication symbol parenthesis, or if you see a multiplication symbol na isa lang ang may parenthesis, they all tell us the same thing. That is to find the product. So, ang sagot natin dito kapag dalawa yung parenthesis na nakita ninyo, that is also 6. And ang sagot natin dito kapag isa lang yung parenthesis na nakita ninyo, that is also 6. Okay, so they all mean the same. However, since you're already a high school, like I said, you will never see a multiplication symbol X anymore. So, madalas, ang makikita ninyo ay parenthesis na and solid dot pagka minsan. Okay? So, those are some of the important notes that you need to be reminded of about multiplication. Another important notes that you need to be reminded of about division of integers is the following, okay? Back when you were in elementary also, you were used to symbols like this, okay? Yung parang division symbol natin. Like 4 divided by 2, the answer is, of course, you know pretty well that the answer to this is 2. However, since you're already high school, okay, I am not used to using this division symbol anymore. What you are going to see is a fraction form. Remember, fraction, ratio, and division, they all mean the same. You are going to find the quotient. So, ang makikita na ninyo madalas kung binigyan kayo ng 4 divided by 2, you will see a fraction form like this, where there is a numerator and there is a denominator. So, kapag nakakita kayo ng ganito, you are asked to find the quotient. And the quotient of this is 2 kasi nga nag-divide kayo. So, ibig sabihin, etong symbol na to natin na division, okay, this one, and this one in a fraction form, they all mean the same. That is, you are going to divide. So, kasi hindi na kayo makakakita ng ganitong symbol. Alright? So, basta kapag nakakita kayo ng fraction, it means you are asked to determine the quotient. Magdi-divide kayo. Okay? Okay, so let us now have the rule. Here is the rule. For like signs, the final answer will be always positive. Ito yung pinakamadaling part kasi pag nakita mo lang magkapareha sila, positive agad. Unlike doon sa addition of integers, kapag parehas ang sign, gagayain mo yung sign. Kapag magkaiba naman yung sign, you copy the sign of the greater number. Disregard the sign first, okay? And then kapag sa subtraction naman, you're going to apply the keep, change, change. Tapos babalik ka pa sa addition of integers para sundin yung rule doon and then saka mo mahanap yung final answer. Now this time, pinagsama ko na yung rule ng multiplication and division sa isang discussion kasi yung rule na susundin natin dito ay parehas lang. Take a look at this. Ang sabi sa rule ay, kapag nagmumultiply daw tayo ng parehas positive, positive times positive, or negative times negative, parehas negative, the answer is always positive. Okay? Ang sagot daw ay laging positive. And since you are told to multiply, then of course, you have to multiply. Okay? Now, ganun din sa division. For division, ang sabi ay, if you are told to divide, di mag-divide ka. Pero yung sign ng sagot mo, kapag parehas positive, positive. Kapag parehas negative, positive pa rin. Okay? So, I have here positive divided by positive. The answer is, of course, positive. And then, negative divided by negative. The answer is still positive. Okay, so you may wonder, why ma'am, bakit po laging positive? It's because it is the rule. It says that if you have like signs, magkaparehas ng sign yung minumultiply mo, or magkaparehas ng sign yung dinidivide mo, the answer is always positive. So let us have the rule for the following. How about if we have unlike signs? In short, sa Tagalog, magkaiba daw ng sign. Okay? Yung dalawang integer na minimultiply or dinidivide natin. So, ano ang rule? Here is the rule. Yan na mismo yung rule natin. Okay? So, may I explain it in detail? Sabi dito, if you are multiplying positive and negative, or baliktarin man natin, negative yung isa, positive yung isa, the answer is always negative. Okay? Wala tayong sinusunod dito kung sino ang mas mataas or sino yung mas mababa. Basta kapag nakita mo na magkaiba agad sila ng sign, ilagay mo na agad yung sign ng final answer mo na negative. Okay? Ganun din kapag di-divide tayo. So, kapag nakita ninyo na positive yung nasa taas at negative yung nasa ilalim, so positive divided by negative, like that, this is equal to negative, okay? Or, kung negative man yung nasa taas at positive yung nasa ilalim, the answer is still negative, okay? So, walang sinusunod kung sino yung mas mataas. Kahit na negative yung mababang numero natin, basta nakita mo magkaiba sila, therefore, the answer is still negative, okay? So, please take a look at the following examples. Alright, so here is the example number 1. 3 times 4 is equal to what? Okay? So as you can see, wala na kayo nakikita dito na X symbol for multiplication. Wala na talaga kayo makikita nun. Ay, pinaliwanag ko kanina na since you're already high school, ang makikita na ninyo ay madalas parenthesis. Pero minsan, makakakita din kayo ng solid dot in between, and that means meron din kayong multiplication. So in this case, you are asked to find the product of 3 and 4. So, what is the answer to this? To find the answer to this, first, identify the sign of your integers. Ano ba ang sign ng 3 natin dito? Ang sign ng 3 ay positive. Ano ang sign ng 4 natin dito? Ang sign ng 4 ay positive. Anong sabi sa rule kanina? Positive times positive is positive. So, for your final answer, you're going to write positive. But, however, I told you already that since you're already high school, hindi na tayo maglalagay ng positive sign. So, ang gagawin mo ng sunod ay hanapin mo na yung product. In short, mag-multiply ka. 3 times 4. What is the answer to 3 times 4? Right, 3 times 4 is 12. So, is this already your final answer? Yes, that is your final answer. Okay, so let us have another example. Number 2, I have here negative 5 times negative 2. So how do we find the answer to that? First, identify the sign of your integers. Ano ba ang sign ng 5 natin dito? Ang sign niya ay right, negative. Ano naman ang sign ng 2 natin dito? Right, ang sign niya ay negative. So, negative, negative, magkaparehas ng sign. Negative ba ang sign ng final answer? No. Ano ang sabi sa rule? The sign of your answer is positive pa rin. Okay? But you have to remove the positive sign kasi, di ba, diniscuss ko na sa inyo na dapat nagpo-flow na sa brain cells ninyo na kahit wala akong ilagay ng positive sign, kahit na ang ilagay ko dyan ay 3 lang, understood that 3 there is positive. But since hindi naman 3 yung sagot, hanapin natin kung ano ang sagot. Ano ba ang sagot sa 5 times 2? So, i-multiply natin si 5 times 2. 5 times 2 is okay, 5 times 2 is correct. The answer is 10. Alright? But since positive ang sagot natin, hindi na tayo maglalagay ng positive sign. Is that already the final answer? Yes, that is already the final answer. Okay, so let us have example number 3. I have here negative 3 times positive 4. Okay, so how do you find the answer to this? Alright, so first, what you're going to do is to identify first the sign of your 2 integers. Ano ba ang sign ng 3 natin dito? Correct, ang sign niya ay negative. Now next, ano ba ang sign ng 4 natin dito? Correct, ang sign niya ay positive. So if that is the case, di ba nakita mo? Nakikita nyo ba? Negative yung isa, and then positive yung isa. They are of different signs. So what are you going to do? Automatic class. Ang sign ng sagot mo ay negative. Okay? Ma'am, mas mataas naman po si 4 eh. Ano ang sabi ko kanina? Wala ka ng sign na susundin dito. Hindi mo na susundin kung sino yung mas mataas. Disregard na yon. Basta kapag nakita mong negative yung isa at positive yung isa, the sign of your final answer will be automatic negative. And then of course, do not forget, okay? Do not forget to multiply 3 to 4. What is 3 times 4? Correct. That is 12. So therefore, your final answer is negative 12. Okay, so let us have number 4. For number 4, I have here 2 times negative 4. Okay, find the product. First, identify the sign of your integers. Ano ba ang sign ng 2 dito? Positive. Right. Anong sign ng 4 natin dito? Negative. So, as you can see, magkaiba sila ng sign. Positive yung isa. Okay, positive yung isa. And negative naman yung isa. So, ano ang sabi sa rule? Okay, so the answer to this is automatic negative. Kasi nakita nyo naman, magkaiba sila ng sign. And then, after identifying the sign of your final answer, of course, you have to multiply 2 to 4. What is 2 times 4? Right, 2 times 4 is 8. So, therefore, your final answer is negative 8. Okay, so let us have example number 5, 6 divided by 2. Alright, so as you can see, I have here a fraction, and this fraction means the same thing. You have a division, and you are asked to find the quotient, okay? So, first, what you're going to do is identify the sign of the numerator and identify the sign of the denominator. So, ano ba ang sign ng numerator natin? Yung 6. Ang sign niya ay positive. Okay? While, ano naman ang sign ng denominator natin? Yung 2. Correct. Ang sign niya ay positive. Okay? So, since nakikita nyo naman na parehas sila positive, ano daw ang sabi sa rule kanina? Positive, positive, that is also positive. And then after identifying the sign of your integers, what you're going to do is, since you're asked to find the quotient, therefore you're going to divide 6 divided by 2. Right, that is 3. Okay, so your final answer is positive 3. However, again, I already reminded you about writing the positive sign. We don't need to write that positive sign anymore because 3 here simply means that it is positive. Okay, so let us have example number 6. I have here negative 8 divided by negative 4. So, what do you have here? Again, identify the sign of your integers. So, ano ba ang sign ng 8 natin? Ang sign ng 8 ay negative. Ano naman ang sign ng 4 natin? Correct, it is negative. So, kita nyo naman, negative yung nasa taas, negative yung nasa ilalim. Therefore, ano ang rule? Negative ba? No. Parehas sila. Dahil parehas sila, therefore, the sign of your answer is positive pa rin. Okay? So, since it is positive, therefore, we're not going to write the positive sign anymore. And then, proceed ka na sa pag-divide. Ano ba ang sagot sa 8 divided by 4? Correct. Ang 8 divided by 4 ay 2. However, we don't need to write a positive sign anymore kasi alam na yun ng inyong brain cells, automatic dapat. So, your final answer is, of course, 2. Okay, so let us have the following example. 15 out of negative 3 or 15 divided by negative 3. So what is the answer to this one? To find the answer to this, first, identify again the sign of your integer. Ano ba yung sign ng nasa numerator natin? Correct. Positive. Ano yung sign ng nasa denominator? Yung 3. Correct. Negative. So, as you can see, kita nyo naman, positive yung nasa taas, negative naman yung nasa ilalim. Magkaiba sila. And ano daw ang sabi natin sa sagot nito? Kapag magkaiba ng sign, automatic negative. Walang susundin kung sino yung mas mataas na number. Okay? So, automatic negative siya. Now, isulat na natin sa taas negative. And then, proceed ka na sa pag-divide. What is 15 divided by 3? Correct. That is 5. So, what is your final answer? Your final answer is negative 5. Another example. Negative 20 divided by 5. So, to find the answer to this, again, identify the sign of your integer. Ano ba yung sign ng numerator natin? Yung 20. Correct. That is negative. Ano naman ang sign ng 5? Yung denominator. Correct. That is positive. So, as you can see, magkaiba sila. Negative yung nasa taas and positive naman yung nasa ilalim. Alright? So, ano daw ang sabi sa sagot natin? The answer to this is automatic negative kaagad. So, ilagay mo na dun sa blank, negative. And then, after that, you proceed to division na. You divide 20 by 5. What's the answer? Correct, 4. So, therefore, your final answer for number 8 is negative 4. Okay, so let us have another example. I have here number 9. 0 divided by negative 3. Okay, so dito, hindi na kinakailangan na i-identify mo yung sign. Why? Kasi kita mo naman na ang nasa numerator mo ay 0. Automatic, kapag ang nasa numerator mo ay 0, ano man ang number na nasa ilalim, positive man yon, negative man yon, 1 million man yung number na yon, the answer to this is automatic 0. Okay? So, even if you try to compute it using a calculator, a scientific calculator, even if you search this in Google, the answer is always 0. Okay, so let us have the last example, number 10. I have here 10 divided by 0 is equal to what? Okay, so in this case, wala na tayong kinakailangan na sundin ng rules of sign kasi as you can see, yung nasa ilalim natin, yung nasa denominator natin ay 0. And if it so happen na kapag ang nasa denominator natin ay 0, therefore, this is undefined. Okay? So, lagi bang undefined? Yes. Only if the denominator is 0. So, even if negative or positive yung nasa numerator mo, for as long as yung nasa denominator or yung nasa ilalim ay 0, it is always undefined. Okay? Not defined yung sagot natin dyan. If you put it in calculator, the calculator will give you an answer of error. Kasi wala talaga tayong sagot dyan. Pero, remember, yung sa number na example natin, kung ang nasa numerator natin ay 0, okay, numerator ay 0, that's the time na magiging 0 ang final answer. Okay, so I hope you learned a lot in this lesson. I guess you're now ready to watch the video about lesson on properties of operations. See you!